everybody, and welcome to another episode of Retro Nightmares. You know, it's really hard to get a game series going nowadays. Sometimes we'll get a few games that come out in a series, then it'll just stop abruptly for no reason at all. But not this game.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is Quest 64, the 64th installment in the Quest game series. No, not really. And don't give me that look. Actually, this is the very first game in the Quest series. It just fell victim to the N64's gimmick of putting a number 64 at the end of half of their game titles. The story follows Brian, what? Brian? We're going on an epic quest to save our father and the world, and the best name they can give our hero is Brian?
This is the life of Brian.
Well, I guess names aren't everything. I'm getting a little too judgmental this early.
So the game begins with us talking to the Grand Abbot of the monastery, where we find ourselves informing the abbot that our father has been gone far too long for our liking, and it's time to go on a grand quest to save him. And before I can even ask the question, he points out that Brian is still a child and probably should not go anywhere. But we say no to the old coot and we head on to save Lord Bartholomew. Bartholomew?
This game is really trying my patience with names, and we're not even 2 minutes in. Oh, I can't wait to meet the evil Lord Scott.
What am I doing here? It looks like I've got a wizard staff up my ass. I realize they're not going for realism with the graphics here, but a decent walking animation probably would have been a good choice. What's with the floors in this place? Is it grass? How often do you need to mow grass carpeting? Where am I supposed to go? Did I miss something? Hello, very tall paladin who is clearly more suited for this job than I am. Okay, here's the outside. Finally! And we're greeted with some very nice music, I must say. Actually, most of the music in this game is very good. It's reminiscent of an RPG from the Super Nintendo. It really brings back fond memories of Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy and the like. Visually, it's quite nice too. The cartoony atmosphere is on par with other 64 games at the time. It's easy on the eyes and overall very enjoyable when accompanied with music. Okay, that's enough sightseeing. We gotta go save our dad.
Is anything going to be happening anytime soon? I did put it in RPG, didn't I? Where's the fighting?
So finally, we come upon a town, and that's all it is. It's a town. Nothing of merit is happening. There are no side quests to help out. No townspeople in trouble. Just pointless banter containing nothing interesting or helpful. Ugh, thank you. Finally found the gates to leave this boring city and find some combat. Wow, this overworld is very empty. The only thing here is a path. Well, I guess we have to follow it. Ah, here we are. A battle! Finally, I can have some fun. What? Okay, so I'm confined to this little bubble for my movement phase, I guess? I remember that one guy saying my C buttons use magic. Let's give it a try. What? Empty? Come on, I've lived my whole life in a magic monastery and I don't know any spells? Well, guess I'm going in, and I'm going beat stick. Yeah, don't mess with the stick. Okay, so I do find out later that you have to hit a C button and then hit A to confirm the attack. Thanks for clearing that one, you useless monk. What'd you do, take the vow of silence on that part? Now that I have the ability of magic, I take on all comers. Show them to me. Bring it on!
I'm bored. All I've done in the past 15 minutes is walk and fight and walk and fight. I need story. Things need to start happening. Now.
Oh, great. Another fight. And I really need some health. Great. Now I bet I have to start the area over. Or I start back at the damn monastery from 30 minutes ago. I realize I never saved my progress or anything, but at least set me up a new spawn point so I don't have to walk through the grassy floor castle again.
Well, we're back to the Valley of Paths again, and this time I've managed to pick up a few curing items. I should be able to get through it with no problem now. Let's do it! Oh, what am I kidding? It's gonna be boring as fuck. What the? Later. I can't take it anymore! I am so bored! I'm gonna snap if I have to play any further. I've been playing forever, and I haven't gotten any story other than the opening dialogue. Ugh. I so desperately want to know what sort of progress I've made. Give me a boss, a side character, an antagonist, something. Give me somebody that wants to take over the world, for Christ's sake.
Of course!
Oh, shut up!
I really wanted to like this game. The RPG market on the N64 was so small. I just wanted something. The areas were all the same, the attacks were all the same, and nothing ever changes. It's just so boring. The emptiness just services as battle arenas and don't offer anything. I can see what they tried to do by making the transition from the so-called exploration into combat as seamless as possible, but really all it does is take up valuable map space that could have been used for something else, or at least make the overworld smaller to make it seem less empty. I don't see how anyone can invest time into this game. The music can only take it so far. The only thing that kept me going was wanting to hear more of this excellent soundtrack. Thankfully, the whole thing is on the internet, so I have no reason to continue.
Apparently, this game has a cult following, which makes perfect sense, because you'd have to be frickin' brainwashed in order to play through the whole thing. Well, that's it for this episode. I need a walk.